Yes, exactly. I'm sorry. As I'm talking to you about parenting, Colonel Steve Austin tried to eat the ceramic fireplace over there, and then he just brought Travis a giant leather pillow from... Isn't it like when they seem proud about what they've done, they're just like, look, I am bringing you something I am about to destroy. Watch this.
Taking the shirt now.
Oh, now he's eating the Free Speech TV t-shirt. Hurry and give to Free Speech TV. We're in Fun Drive time before he eats this t-shirt, which is one of the premiums.
And it's a matching gift.
Okay. What am I talking about? How would I know how to quell tantrums? I am not doing a good job. Okay.
The dogs are in charge.
Chip Roy, who sounds like a putt-putt in Amarillo, but he is actually a congressman. Chip Roy, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said this.
And let's be very clear. The Democrat Party, the Democrats in Washington, are sick and twisted individuals that are destroying this country right now every single day.
How? Did he cite how?
No.
He just said that?
No.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so, Frangela, Insurrection 2 Electric Boogaloo, as you know, is tomorrow. Despite fears of violence, it is unclear which of the far-right groups, extreme groups like Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, both of which had members who were at January 6th and who have since joined demonstration in support of the defendants, appear to have backed off from Saturday's event, fearing further arrests. Yeah, that's, generally what happens when you're already, been under arrest and then you show up at a thing defending the people. Okay. A lot of these groups seem to be pretty clear with their members that they shouldn't go to this thing Saturday. By doing so, they could end up putting their members who are still facing trial for their role in January 6th in a more precarious legal situation. Glenn Kirshner said he thinks this is going to fizzle. But who knows, right? I mean, I know there have been warnings of threats of violence other places. This is just an ongoing threat, and it could be anywhere, don't you think?
Absolutely. And it doesn't just have to be at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. If you look at it, I think that they have rallies planned for over 10 different places in the United States.
Yeah.
And so who knows where, violence can or will jump off, where it doesn't have to be at the Capitol. These people have shown themselves to be violent extremists and terrorists at this point.
And of course, Trump won't be there because he's a giant ass coward, as usual. As you said, Francis, he bounced on January 6th. He's like, I'll see you down there at the Capitol. And then he bounced, right? And this time he didn't even have the balls to show up. He just tweeted, I support all these patriots and the rigged election, blah, 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 right? I mean,
Stephanie, they make you stand at these events. I don't know if you know that. And you know that Donald Trump, he needs a golf cart. He can't really, the expectation of standing is that's crazy talk.
Right.
Right. But also these are networking events. I don't know if people understand that nothing has to actually physically happen. It's a networking event. It's a way for them to create more inroads to each other, know who each other is, and organize further.
Yeah. And all this talk about General Milley this week, Frangela, I don't know what you think. They all knew he was crazy. They were all trying to control him in their own ways. In the Woodward book, also the last conversation Mitch McConnell had with him after McConnell congratulated Biden from the Senate floor. In December, Trump called McConnell and spewed expletives. McConnell said, Mr. President, the Electoral College has spoken. That's the way we pick a president in this country. You lost the election. The Electoral College has spoken, was the last thing McConnell reportedly said. He hoped it would be the final time he would ever have to speak to Donald Trump. I mean, don't act shocked at what? Oh, my God, Milley must have been going rogue. Everyone was having the conversations about this is...
Well, I believe CNN... But not publicly.
Yeah, and all we ever heard about was the generals are the adults in the room. That's all from day one.
Yeah.
That was his purpose.
Yeah. I mean, CNN compiled a list. His former chief of staff called Trump unhinged, a moron, according to his Secretary of State. His chief strategist reportedly compared him to an 11-year-old child who lost a step, a madman, according to his former communications director, an idiot surrounded by clowns, according to his chief economic advisor. I mean, on and on and on. But, as we keep saying, it would have been nice to hear about this during the impeachment. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just the second Woodward book, as Malcolm Nance said, that you're like, wait a minute, what now? Just now? A warning?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mitch McConnell, has he said that publicly? He's barely acknowledged that Biden's the president now.
Right.
Like, they could put a stop to his relevance. They could kick him out. They could do a lot of things, but they're not.
Yeah. And normally you would think Lindsey Graham would know how to handle a man, but he failed in his efforts to get Trump to apologize to Mike Pence. He said the main thing you've got to do is repair the damage with Mike Pence. I think there's a universal belief that Mike Pence was incredibly loyal to you and you treated him poorly. Trump said, no way. Graham said you got caught up in losing the election. You thought you won. I get that, but you asked more of Mike Pence than he could deliver, and you said things about him that were unfair. And I think the best thing for you, Mr. President, is to fix that if you can, he said to silence from Trump. None of them can control the monster they created, and they know it. And God bless the United States and General Milley for saving us from a world war in this interim period.
But we
right?
have to look at that. It's just, it's never been okay, and it's not just Donald Trump.
I'm sorry, go ahead. We didn't mean to.
That's the truth. The reality is that no president should have the ability to launch a nuclear strike without having to go through anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, we've been saying this since we said it on your program, so the week Donald Trump got into office, I believe.
Yeah.
It's not just him, but the reality is none of these people, all of this stuff getting exposed during the time, I guess that's great to know, but I am disturbed by the fact that one general had the ability to do that. And that without that general, who knows what would have happened? That's disturbing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of questions. A lot of people asking the question, that video we keep seeing of them hustling Mike Pence out on January 6th. He had the nuclear football. Why did he have the nuclear football? I mean, it's just the whole period is terrifying. And the insurrectionists were like steps away, right? I mean,
why didn't they get him secured quicker?
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. A lot of questions, not enough answers. I mean, do we even need to do a commercial for the Steph store? I mean, the shirts are flying off the right. Look at this. Look at it. Get your face
Look at that.
Get your face up there. Look. We have them for Team Pfizer, Team J&J. We are all Team Vaccine here. We have amazing.
That's right.
And you can get it on everything. Right, Chris? Not just shirts.
Bath mats, shower curtains. You can get it on art, a clock. You can get
Duvet.
a selfie bomb on a clock.
We have Stephanie Miller swag. We have sexy liberal swag. And, of course, all the vaccine shirts. Get it now. StephanieMiller.com. Whee!